YouTube Golf just launched a league, 16 creators, $1 million at the Wynn in Las Vegas. We have been running a competitive golf league for 10 seasons in Chicago. Welcome to the party. Also, Jeff was at Augusta last year and never told you about it. Welcome back to Two Off the Tee. I'm your host, the better golfer, James Shin, and with me, my co-host, the titleist of loans, Jeff Shin. Jeff, welcome to the show. We have a lot of exciting things to talk about.
Yeah.
And one is a secret that we can't reveal yet. But last year around this time, you were in Georgia, Jeff. You were at Augusta. You didn't invite me, but you were at the practice par 3 contest, weren't you?
Yeah. So I didn't invite you because I was invited. I was fortunate enough to be invited to go. And it's awesome. What do you want me to talk about Augusta here? So yeah, we got a chance to go to the Wednesday round, which is a practice day where it's the par 3 contest. The atmosphere is a little bit more loose, definitely family friendly, I would say. So totally different experience going to a practice round and especially going to the Masters compared to events that we've gone to. I think we got a chance to go to a BMW championship here locally twice, right? And the last one we got a chance to go to the major event was Whistling Straightway, the Ryder Cup. So totally different experience going to the Masters.
Very cool. And I know there's no cell phones allowed, so you got to go to like a payphone uh, and make phone calls. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. No technology. Or can you bring a camera? You had to bring a disposable, or what do you have to
Yeah,
bring?
you can bring a digital camera, you can bring a disposable, but no cell phones when you go to Augusta. So it's definitely different. I didn't know what to think of, like for emergency case, like if you didn't have your cell phone or hey, what's going on in the world. But it was really nice just being there, just unplugged from the world for a few hours and walking the course and not knowing what's going on in, I guess, in social media or the world. And I would definitely say, just from a sports environment and going to these types of events, whether you go to whether golf, baseball, things like that, it's really nice not to have your phone out and looking at it and just being in the moment.
I can agree. I was pretty disconnected in Japan, so it was kind of nice to not be on your phone all the time and try to catch up on social media. What did you think about the course? Was it more beautiful than what you ever imagined and what it is on TV?
Dude, it's amazing. I wish we walked a little bit more of the course, but what everyone was doing was planting at Amen Corner, and we bought the lawn chairs to put out there, and I was like, "Oh man, people are gonna steal it." And we got there early enough, and one guy told us like, "Dude, don't even trip about it. No one's gonna take your spot. No one's gonna steal your stuff. It's not like that here." One of our buddies actually went to the Masters like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and he was telling us to get there early. So we got there extremely early, and, when we were just talking, one guy in front of us just turned around and started talking to us. He's like, "Yeah, this is like my come here every year. My brother is a member here, so we get tickets to come out." And, yeah, he's like, "Don't worry. You're fine. Don't even trip about your space." People would just be like, "Yep, that's your spot." Like Chicago, when it snows and you shovel out that parking spot for yourself and, you put your lawn chair out there, people respect it.
For the most part, I have seen people take people's spots. But, for the most part, golfers are pretty honest, good people. They don't steal. Um, yeah, we don't really steal people's golf clubs or, because you just kind of leave it out there and then you leave. Kind of like skiers and snowboarders, you just leave your snowboard out there and you go inside and you just pray that nobody steals your stuff. What about the food at Augusta? Isn't there like some kind of sandwich or something they're very known for and the food is super cheap?
Oh, dude, everything's cheap, nothing's marked up. I'll say, if people are going to the Masters this year and they have the opportunity, yeah, get there early, get the parking spot. You might be waiting. I think for us, I can't remember exactly if it was 5 or 6 o'clock when the gates open, but we got there like 3:30, 4 a.m. And it's not like we were at the front of the gate too, by any means. We're maybe behind 75 to 200 people roughly at the gate before it opened up. And if you're going, I would say yes, the food's cheap. It's great because it's cheap. It's like a dollar sandwich. Um, you're just be prepared to spend some money, not only from the pro shop, but from the food. But yeah, no, there's no markup. You can get a cup with a souvenir. It's like a dollar. Sandwich is like $1.50. Ice cream is great. I mean, dude, it's just the whole experience. It's amazing, and it's more amazing because there's no markup. So you're just getting things at face value of what they sell it for. But again, it's not like I'm going to Panera to get a sandwich or it's all fancy, right? But it's like things you can make in the kitchen, but it's still pretty good.
Did you feel like the Wednesday round was more just like a premium fan day? Because it wasn't tournament day. Did the atmosphere feel different to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just a friendly environment. I mean, the practice round, you get to see the pros a little bit, walk around. It's not like one of those moments where you're at the tournament where everyone's like, right? People are just chilling, walking around, taking pictures. You would see all the members at the Masters. They all are wearing their green jackets, so you know they're actually members at the course, and they're just chatting it up with people. And again, like their whole thing is just selling the experience and how great it is. I'm telling you, they got this thing down to a science from the gate to walking into the pro shop and how you order. Normally, when we're rushing to pro shops, when you go to, like Whistling Straight or whatever, you're running to the pro shop and you're just trying to grab whatever, right? It's not like that at the Masters. There's a bag in the front, you grab the bag, you walk around, fill up whatever you're looking for. But when you're looking for like clothes, they have everything lined up on a wall. So you tell the employees, and they got like 100 employees back there. You're like, I want 1, 3, 7, 8, medium, large, da da da, right? And they're grabbing it, and then you're just throwing it in your bag. So it's it's a well organized thing of what they got. The lines are great, and and they move very quickly. It's like kind of shopping at Costco in a sense. It seems really busy, but everyone's in lines. It's like lining up to get Costco gas, next car, right? And that's how they just operate like an assembly line. So food, awesome. Honestly, I can't even remember what some of them were called, but I mean, you're spending less than $2 for a sandwich, so I just kept eating all day.
Well, that's very cool. I'm very jealous. I wish I was there. I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's those rejections, it's a tradition unlike any other every year when you apply and you don't get the tickets. But, I'm sure one day we'll get them. But I would say if you get invited, just say yes and go. It's great. I mean, over here, I have the Masters gnomes. I know you've seen them before. So it's cool because
Pretty
every
cool.
time I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's a nice souvenir to have. I know people are trying to always resell them. And if you really want to know what's going on with merch and what they got going on, Reddit, there's a whole thread on Masters on Reddit where you'll see people saying, look what I got. So without a blink, man, you're dropping 3 grand just on merch.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, the just going on golf trips and buying merch is expensive at every place you're going to, and I'm
But
sure the
they got
Masters merch is way
everything,
better.
and you're like, "I want the Masters mug. I want the cup, this, that," So you have a ton of Master stuff, and really, you can only wear it once a year, right? It's like Christmas, so I have all my Masters gear, and I'm, like, waiting for the Masters come around just to at least wear it because you can't wear it in July.
Yeah, that's true. And I know on Wednesdays they do the par 3 contest where they skip the ball over the water. Were you able to watch that?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it sucks. I was exhausted because we left so damn early in the morning because we weren't around Augusta. We were in Atlanta. So it was like maybe an hour, 2 hour drive to get there. And we had to get there at 3. So we went to bed early and woke up early to get there. And all that walking around, and for whatever reason, I tweaked my back too. So that sucked. So it was very hard to walk and I was exhausted. And I almost fell asleep watching the par 3 contest, just chilling. I mean, I did basically fall asleep, or I was like doing the prayer nod. So yeah, but from what I remember, it was cool. I mean, you got to see all the pros, you know, playing with their spouses, their kids, Gary Player would have their grandkids hitting the par 3, so it was just cool to watch. Can't sit there forever watching it. It looked like a lot of people were camped out there and really enjoyed it and wanted to be there to watch everything, but for me, maybe it was just the sun and everything where I was getting tired, but for what I remember watching it, I was like, "Oh, that's cool," there's Rory, there's his wife, they're back together, there's his kid, well, there's this pro, and, seeing their family hit all this stuff, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" Little 5-year-old boy hits a little iron over the water and gets onto the green, so that was cool, and then seeing some of the pros, like, how they play the par 3s and roll it back to maybe get a hole in one. So no one got one to my knowledge that we saw, but overall, again, it's a very cool experience.
Yeah, a tradition like unlike any other is what they say, right?
No, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I could go on and on about the Masters, man, but definitely cool experience. I just wish that we did get to walk around a little bit more and see the course. It was pretty cool. I mean, there were some, I guess you would call them influencers now, right, on Instagram. Some of them were out there too. I'm surprised they didn't say hi to me, but whatever.
Well, I don't think we started this then, so who knows?
But you know what's crazy in full circle? I know we got to go to the BMW championship and remember behind us when we were just camped out on hole 9, at Conway. We're like, "Oh, there's a what's her name? Tish doing the Instagram stuff, and there's Paige, and they're just sitting right behind us."
That
And
was
then
also what, 10 years ago, so
yeah. So I'm
golf
saying, yeah,
wasn't what it was.
it was such a long time ago when they first started doing this, and we're like, "Oh, that's kinda cool," and they were right behind us. We're like, "Oh, shoot, they're behind us." I'm like, they're famous or something, but actually just wandering around, I did happen to walk past Paige again, heading to watching the pros skipping, you know, sorry, I take that back. The pros do not skip on the par 3s, it's the par 3 challenge, but there's a hole designated where they do the skipping, and that's where I ran into Paige.
Did she recognize you?
No, but, the old men were they were all around. There's like, "Can we take a picture? Can we take a picture?" Like these grandpas, they look like they're 70, 80 years old. So
That's
that
hilarious.
was interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, enough of you enough of you on the at Augusta. We need to move this along. To the front nine, Jeff. Liv is going back to Korea. Are they going back to Korea or they're going to Korea? I'm not sure.
Oh, they're going back.
Do you I don't even know what the courses they're playing there.
That's the hard thing, with Live is following and knowing what courses they're playing and just having any ideas like, "Oh, is this special? Is this great?" But yeah, it's cool that Live is more international. And yes, Live is back in Korea. They're in Busan.
Yes, that's what I'm reading. And I guess it would be great if the Korea team won in Korea.
Yeah, I know. It would be great. So if they win, I feel like it's gonna be staged because I've at least taken peeks to see what they're doing. Man, they suck ass.
Well, they keep giving up their lead, so maybe they just need to not be in the lead going into Sunday and they'll win.
Oh, that's very possible. You know what they should have done is they should have just drafted Anthony Kim. That's what they should have done.
Hmm, that would have been the play.
That would have been
Although,
the move, but I think they have a full roster, especially with that whole situation with Kevin Na. Who knows what happened there, but I know he was team captain, and there's a new captain now for and they renamed their team. Wow, so creative, the Koreans, going
I'm the
from
captain now.
yeah, but, they changed their name from, like, Ironheads to Live Golf Korea. It's like, yeah, very
AI.
original.
AI must have helped them with that one
Yeah, for sure. Give me a golf name. My team is Korean. How about Live Golf Korea? Yeah, I love
for
it. Let's do it.
for sure. That's probably exactly what happened. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
the Koreans, it would be great to see them win, especially in Korea. Hopefully they could either hold their lead or come
Yeah,
back
I
and
I have a
win the
little
event.
interest in watching that event just because it's gonna be in Korea and the Korean team will be there, so it'll be cool to see. I think on the Thursdays and Friday rounds, it's free to watch on YouTube.
I didn't I didn't know that.
So, as I'm doing some work, maybe I'll just put it in the background just to see what's going on because I got like 15 monitors behind me.
Yeah, it must be nice. I don't really have time to do all that. I've been really busy lately. Anyways, Jeff, Matt Fitzpatrick, he wins the Valspar. And I heard there was some drama with him the week before. I was in Japan, so I think you could fill us in on what the drama was with
Yeah,
him.
yeah. So, 2 weeks ago, or when he was competing at the Players Championship, he was right in the mix, going head to head with Cameron Young, and the whole thing was that the Americans were being rowdy and being, the Americans, and you didn't want a international player winning, so I think they tried to do everything. And you know what? Now that I think about it and, discussing it, do you think it's like fair game to be slightly distracting? I know it happened earlier in the year at Waste Management with that Doherty kid or whatever.
Mm.
And I'm not saying just yell in the guy's backswing, but I'm saying, is it fair as the guy's walking to his ball and you're a spectator to taunt him like you're at a basketball game or a baseball game?
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to compare it to that because it's interesting to me that golf is, and I don't know if there's another sport like this where people are very respectful while you're taking your shot. But at basketball, if you go into the United Center, they're giving you those little things to wave in people's like free throw shots. So it's really interesting that golf is one of the sports where you're supposed to be hush hush until after they hit the ball. But that's the game of golf. I think it's very disrespectful if people are doing that because there's a certain etiquette of golf, and if people are being distracting and doing things like that to mess with a player, but you never know. Maybe that guy has money against him, and they
Well,
need him to mess up.
yeah, so, I don't know if it's not fair game or not because let's just say, I know we were talking a lot earlier in the years of the brother versus brother, and it is getting warmer, so be prepared to get your ass whooped out there. But what I'm saying is, if we're in the car and we're playing, I mean, is it wrong of me to kind of egg you on a little bit and just kind of throw little jabs here and there at you just to get your head all messed up
I
where
think that's
fans did that?
okay. I think that's okay because like if we're playing basketball and I'm guarding you or something, or you're guarding me and I score on you, I'm like, you can't guard me. Like people say stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you were hitting a shot, I'd be like, don't go in the bunker, or there's water over there. That's fair game, I would say. But in your downswing, I can't be like, ah, like that would be,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I
I
can't
mean,
do
so
that.
maybe, I'm gonna show my age here a little bit, but maybe we should make some T-shirts with trash talking for golf and call it "Gimme One," like and one. But no, joking.
Why
All
give me
kidding
one?
aside, huh?
Why give me one?
I don't know. And one, gimme one.
Yeah, and one or something, or
Yeah, and one. But you can't say and one in golf, but you could go give me one with the trash talking. But yeah, again, I mean, for Fitzpatrick here, tough way to lose the Players Championship, but a great bounce back the following week. So, um, man, he's heating up at the right time too. You get second place one event, the next week you win Valspar. We're a few weeks away from, or sorry, not few weeks, but a couple weeks away here from the Masters, and you got some players just on a heater. You got Bryson on a heater, you got Fitzpatrick now on a heater, so good for him to bounce back and win from the Players Championship and winning Valspar.
yeah. And wasn't there a Korean who was leading the Valspar and then and he choked as well, or no?
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the theme right now with the Koreans not doing well, so, our golf league majority Koreans, I mean, who knows? Maybe we're not gonna pull through and win this time. But yeah, it just seems like everyone that plays on Sunday that has a lead, you finish strong first 3 days, have that lead going into Sunday, and it just seems like no one can maintain their lead right now. I don't know what's going on. It's like a birdie curse.
Yeah, I think he was leading 3 shots into Sunday, and I don't know what happened, but I remember I was watching the leaderboard. I think he fell apart. I mean, he dropped pretty heavily if I remember that correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it periodically more on the ESPN scoreboard, just seeing what's going on, and he was like +5 Sunday, so he gave up a pretty decent lead that he had, and pure meltdown.
Yeah, it's funny because I think we were actually recording episode 19 when it happened, and we were like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And yeah, we are like, "Oh, the Koreans can't hold a lead for shit." And it's true in the PGA and in Path to Par leagues.
That's true.
Yeah, interesting. Jeff, moving on to the turn here. I read some interesting news on social media that golf YouTubers are creating a golf league. One, they didn't invite us, so shame on them. But two, they are creating a golf league. I think there's 16 of them total. There's going to be 4 events. And the first event's going to start at Purcell Farms, is I think where they all kind of started. And then the championship is going to be at Las Vegas to Win. What are your thoughts on them starting a league and competing with us?
Well, as seasoned experts of running a golf league and what they're doing, yes, shame on them for not inviting us. But I mean, for the most part, it's a cool idea, great idea of what they're doing, starting like a YouTube golf league. I guess, once you get suspended from the PGA, you get creative here and partner with people to make a YouTube golf channel. All kidding aside, I don't know how it's gonna do. I mean, the thing with these guys is like Grant Horvat, right? His personality, he seems like a really, really nice dude, right? Like fun to play with, probably will have a great round out there, but from from an entertainment standpoint, I get it. They're probably making a lot of money in sponsorships, but I feel like their promotion and what they're gonna do, this is gonna be like watching Disney Plus, Like I don't need to see golf on Disney or whatever, or Disney on
Um,
golf.
I don't know. It's funny because the only golf that I watch lately, because I've been really busy, is occasionally I'll put on YouTube when I'm really tired at the end of the day, and I'll watch the hater series. Like people doing hater series. I don't know. I like watching that stuff. I like watching these people in the comments playing some YouTube golfer and then they just get absolutely destroyed. So I don't know if it will be like Disney Plus style, but I definitely like watching hater series. I don't know what it's gonna be like just watching YouTube golf content creators. I mean, they're all pretty good golfers. I feel like it's interesting or entertaining watching like Bob Does Sports because they're not good golfers and like I could kind of relate to them. But just watching what scratch golfers, it's I don't know. Not sure it's super exciting golf.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? If it's I mean, I know they're gonna have their golf league with 16 people competing, 4 teams, which is cool. Again, I think you've been talking about a lot of it, like this team golf concept. So I think for what they're trying to do, it sounds like it could be great. A mixture of live with the PGA. And I don't know if you got a chance to hear this, where Bryson was actually saying, "Hey man, let my crew play against a crew on TGL. Like, let's see who wins." So I don't know how this 4-on-4 or whatever the 16-man league, what they have with 4 teams turns out. And I know last week we were talking, I was like, yeah, let's just blow up the league and start a team thing too, like libs. Who knows how this turns out? But I was just joking about them. Good for them. I'm excited. We could throw our hats in the ring here and throw out our 4 best players
Yeah,
into.
right.
Why not?
Just get embarrassed on YouTube.
Yeah, I think we could throw out our 4 best players in our golf league. We've been
Wow.
running a golf league for a while. We might not have put it on camera and posted on YouTube, but I watch some of these guys. I think if we send our 4 best, we'll whoop some ass.
We'll see. It would be interesting. I mean, I do like I've been saying we should do some team golf a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Apparently, and you said this yesterday, all of my ideas have always been great. So it just takes time for people to realize that, I'm actually the genius here, and the mastermind. So it
Yeah,
just takes a little bit of time, a little bit convincing. I'm not the salesman's type guy, so I can't sell people on my idea, but I have the idea. I just need someone
yeah,
else to
great
speak
idea.
on my behalf.
Yeah, great idea, poor execution. But now we will execute some of these ideas. And yeah, again, if this We were talking about it already, and I know we have our 2v2s this year. I know these guys are ducking us. One guy's gonna be gone for April, another guy's gonna be gone for May, so seems like they're trying to drag this to June, which is perfectly fine. We'll whoop their ass in June. I know what's his face Cowboy with his 93 playing a broken arrow. He has a teammate in mind. So all these guys want a piece, so we're doing 2v2, but we could expand it to 4v4. I think that would be fun as hell.
Yeah, it would be interesting for sure.
I'm serious. I think our team could, yeah, okay. If you're going to bring pros in to play YouTube golf, that's a little different competition. You know, I will say right now, amongst the Chicagoland area, those scrambles, if we play legit, I think our best four in our golf league could take anyone on with me coaching.
Well, if there's any haters out there who want a piece at the belt, there you go. Get your four
Yeah.
ready. Get your squad ready, and we'll have to get our squad. Could be interesting. Would be fun to watch or fun to do.
Yeah. A team of four. Dude, I'm telling you, I think our four can compete. Anyone that's a sub 10 handicap that sees this, I'll send my best four out there to play against their best four. And we need a way to verify it. So either we'll have to play through Grint or the
Jeff
Gin handicap.
McMahon, everybody. Jeff
Jeff,
McMahon over here.
that's right. I'm telling you, our best four, sub 10 handicaps, will beat anyone. The
Yeah.
challenge is out there. As of right now, self-proclaimed, we are the best. But if another squad wants to take on our best four, and me managing and being the captain,
The other team would have to have a captain as well. That would be very fun to see, very fun to watch.
hey man, whoever wants it, I know that other guy did a remix. If he wants a challenge too, he's welcome.
And I forgot I haven't been able to respond to him, but
That was pretty cool though.
that is the next thing I wanted to start talking about, Jeff, is Instagram videos and some content that I've seen. Moving on to the back nine here, Jeff. One of our videos has done pretty well right now, a clip about the golf ball. And there's been a lot of controversy and comments flying back and forth. And it's very interesting to me because I spend a lot of time on social media, I guess, doom scrolling every here now and then. And I saw a video of a golfer, and I can't remember who it is. It looks like he's wearing like the Ray-Ban glasses, and he's in the greenside bunker. One, he takes a practice swing out of the bunker, and then he grounds his club and then gets out of the bunker pretty nicely. And everybody, it's a mix. Some people are like, hey, that's like 5 penalties, taking a practice swing, grounding your club, whatever. And then there's other people who are like, you're not a pro. Why are you playing by these rules? You don't get paid for this. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. We used to argue a lot about the rules of golf and what you could do. And I think everybody just knows that you can't ground your club in the bunker. But this guy's, and there's probably other people like him where they take a practice swing in the bunker. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's stupid. It's like everybody knows in basketball, you can't just not dribble the ball and take 10 steps. Although the NBA, some players do that now. But everyone knows that's traveling. So why are people making their own rules in golf? Why is it so acceptable to break rules in golf? I don't understand. And it annoys me because everyone in the comments drives at 330 yards, but they can't break 100. So the internet is an interesting place to me.
So let me understand this. The video you saw, this guy was taking practice swings in the bunker to see how to hit the ball out. And
Yes.
then at address, he grounds the club to set up.
Yes.
And then he hits it out, and people are like, great shot.
Some are saying great shot. Some are saying, it's like 4 penalties.
So, like you said, I mean, there's a set rules to play the game, right? And if you're in the bunker, maybe they don't know. But if you do know and you're doing that, you know what? I take that back. That's the problem with the game of golf. If you're going to play, you should just learn the rules right off the bat because then these things don't happen. And then sure, even if you know the rules, you could have the argument or the debate about whether, saying, "Hey, we're not pros. Why are we playing by this rule?" Well, I mean, shit, like you said, you're playing basketball. There's certain rules. You have to dribble. You have to pass the ball inbounds. You have to do these things in order to make it fair. Like someone decided to make these rules and we just play by them. And honestly, right, I think you're the one that pulled up this rule. Just go to the other bunker and practice. That's not a penalty, but you can't
I did
practice
read
in.
that. Stupid
Huh?
rule. I did read that. Stupid rule.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you're gonna do that, go in a different bunker and practice and just get ready for it. I know that, for us amateurs, maybe we don't have the ability to practice a lot out of the bunker or, in game time that it's in there. So, I just hate the argument when people go, "We're not pros." It's just such a weak argument to pleading your case. I mean, obviously, the rules have been established of how to play the game, right? Now, if you're gonna go around saying, "Hey, we're not pros," well, at what point do you enforce some of these rules when you're playing? Or is every single round, every single time you're out there just for fun?
Yeah, that's the question is if you're just playing for fun or, if you're playing with your handicap, because you can't really count it towards your handicap if you're doing dumb shit like taking laterals for every out of bounds, or if you hit in the water, you're dropping it not at the point of entry, but like where it kind of lands in the water. Because I've seen a lot of people do that where it'll go directly in the water and they'll drop it laterally of where it actually drops in the water instead of the point of entry. And then it's funny, like I play with different people, they all have their different set of rules. Before anyone comes at me or you in the comments, I mean, the only rule I don't play by is the divot rule. I don't hit it out of a divot in the fairway. So, I mean, I guess there's going to be people like, you don't play by that rule, so other people don't play by this rule. So I'm gonna get the hate either way in the
I mean,
comments.
but that's so stupid because you know what's great? To circle back to the Masters, what's great is they have a fresh patch of grass. Now, courses publicly, public courses don't have that, but at the Masters, they have like basically a farm of grass where they're replacing all the divots. So they're replacing all the divots for the Masters. So it's always pristine. So I know we don't have the luxury as amateurs playing like this. So the divot rule, playing out of it, I think is perfectly fair. Now that we're talking about the bunker rule, if anything, it's kind of stupid that you can't ground your club in the bunker though. You could ground your club in a hazard area now, like if your ball's in the red area, but it's playable. I know you could ground it and play out of it, so I don't see necessarily the harm that you ground your club in the bunker. So I would be okay with adjustment to the rules of golf, allowing you to ground your club. Just no practice swings in there.
Yeah, I don't make the rules. I just kind of enforce them. But I know that is one rule that I don't follow is a divot rule because yeah, if I'm in the fairway and my ball's in the divot, I'm putting it on fresh grass. I don't really care. But yeah, I think it's just funny to me that a lot of people just break the rules or play by whatever. And, their argument is golf is already as hard as it is. And yeah, I get it. I mean, basketball is hard for me. Shit. And it's funny because there was a comment before where they're like, someone said something like, oh, God forbid, like I'm trying to learn the game of golf or whatever. And I'm like, hey, dude, I get it. There's like certain etiquettes and rules to golf. And it's a fun sport. I think everybody should play, but learn the rules, like the etiquette. And I said, hey, if I went to go play a pickup basketball game, dude, nobody would pick me. So like, I get it, it's a hard game to learn. It's a difficult game, like, I don't understand basketball. So, like, if I were to play a 5 versus 5 pickup game, like, I don't know where I should be standing or what I should be doing half the time. I just kinda, like, stand there like an idiot and just like, "Hey, cool. Don't give me the ball, actually. I don't want the ball." So, yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny that, we yeah, there's certain rules that people are breaking and making up. But I think everybody should follow the rules of golf because, yeah, like you said earlier, it's like when do you start enforcing the rules and when do you play your little fairy tale rules and then when do you play by the real rules of golf?
yeah. And I imagine I would say probably majority of people that are golfing probably have some type of wager. So it's somewhat competitive, right? So if you're gonna if my assumption is correct that I would say 75, almost 83% of golfers gamble, now you're making it competitive. So if you're gonna do that, you might as well play by the rules and you're right. We have handicaps. Obviously, it's a guy that's 20 plus handicap doesn't have a chance against a single digit handicap straight up, right? And that's what's great about the handicap system. It's the equalizer. But then if you don't play by some of these rules, well, you know, you're effectively sandbagging your handicap here for no reason.
I agree. And I'm more lenient with other people, and I'm pretty strict on myself. So yeah, I think it's kind of funny. It's like if I'm letting someone do all these things, I feel like I'm not a dad, but I feel like I'm playing with my son. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, son, do this or do that or whatever. It's like everybody wants a little shortcut in golf or in life, and I think it's funny because I'm pretty strict about everything about golf except the divot rule. So whatever my lie is, if I'm on a tree root or something, I take an unplayable. If I can't swing, I take an unplayable. It is what it is, and I gotta learn to just don't hit it there next time. So
It's such an interesting game. I think it's people don't want to accept the fact that they made a mistake. If I hit a bad shot, I'm on a tree line. Yeah, I'm not trying to break my club, but it's kind of one of those things where I do take pride, where it's like, well, that sucks. That's a bad break. It is what it is. And maybe it's just because we're in sales and we deal with more no's than yeses, right? Where, all right, that sucked. Well, I got to move on, right? Oh, this deal died because of this. Shit, that sucks. I got to move on. Like, there's no point in dwelling. So I think that's the thing for us, maybe when we golf, and that's why we like the rules. It's like, yeah, it is what it is, dude. Don't dwell
yeah,
on it. Just deal with it.
yeah, it is interesting to see how other people play, but that's how the cookie crumbles, Jeff. Well, Jeff, I think that wraps up the back nine here. We've been working really hard on this project. I want to get back to this project. Do we want to talk about it at all here? Is it too premature to discuss it on the pod?
I see what you're doing. No, man. No, 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 no. We're not gonna. We are working on something.
No teasers.
It's yeah. I don't think we're ready to share it. I'm just superstitious. However, growing up, I always thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this or whatever, and then it never happens. So I don't want to bring it out in public and tell people about it yet.
Okay, I understand. Well, Jeff, that wraps up episode 20. I have to get back to the project. I have a lot of things to do on my plate. But if you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. And if you've been following us, like, share, comment. And if you have a foursome, a squad who thinks they're better than our foursome, hit us up, send us a DM, challenge us. We would love to play against you guys.
Yeah, they need a captain too. So I'm the captain, and I'll bring our best four, and we'll whoop some ass throughout Chicagoland area. And if we have to travel, well, we'll figure it out. But as of right now, I feel like we have the best foursome that we could throw out there from our stable of golfers in our golf league, and all the 20 plus guys too. I could set up a foursome too there and whoop your ass too. The 20 plus guys. We got a wide range of players.
That would be humorous to watch 820 plus handicaps play golf.
Our best plus 20 handicap guys against another group of plus 20 handicap guys.
That would be interesting to see.
We will kill them.
Anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week.
All right. See you.
See you.